Well, one of the many benefits of living here in Laguna Woods Village is the Equestrian Center. In fact, something that makes the village pretty unique because not too many other communities have their own stable area, place that you can board your horses and have horses here that you can learn to ride. I'm here with the equestrian supervisor, Lisa Toomer, and it is very unique, isn't it?
It definitely is. I don't know that there is another retirement community in this country even that has an equestrian center as part of the amenities.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And actually, if people have not been here, they'd be surprised all that is here and how large it is. So tell me about some of the facilities that you have here.
So we have room to board up to 27 privately owned horses owned or leased by residents of Laguna Woods Village. In addition, we have 2 stalls that are for staff. I've got one and my full-time assistant Alonzo has one. And then we also have 11 horses that are owned by GRF that are part of the rental riding program where we do little lessons and we also take out some nice trail rides.
So if somebody has never ridden before, and maybe they've always desired, they can come over here and sign up for classes. They don't need to own anything and begin to take beginners classes and how to learn to ride and care for a horse, right?
Exactly. This is a facility that makes that a possibility for people who wouldn't otherwise be able to do it because it's a very expensive sport to take up anywhere else. So the fact that we have the nice, safe horses here and our goal for the program is fun and safety makes it a really accessible program for the residents and for all of their family and friends.
How long have you been here?
I have worked here for almost 12 years. For 11 years, I was the assistant to the supervisor, Mike Setapane. And then last summer, Mike decided it was finally time to retire. And he actually moved in. He's a resident now and has a horse here. So I took over at that point, and I've been supervising since last summer.
Yeah, we just saw Mike out on a trail ride. Now, beyond just learning to ride here, throughout the year, there's a lot of events that go on. Just recently, the Easter event that's traditional. You have shows. You even bring in people from outside the community, especially Norco, also known as Horsetown, right?
Yes, Horsetown, USA, Norco. So we have a couple of professional drill teams that come every June and every October and do our horse show for us for no cost. They have charitable organizations that they support that people donate to. And it's just a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. And this is definitely a facility that you don't have to be a rider to enjoy because we've got the Saddle Club that sponsors barbecues during the summer. You'll be talking to Tammy. Yep. We have lots of ladies and gentlemen who used to ride and now they don't feel it's a safe activity for them, but they love coming here and hanging out and having some cowboy coffee and visiting with all their friends.
What's cowboy coffee? You got the tin pot?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the same old coffee that all the other facilities have.
Okay. Thought it was made the old way. Put the grounds in the bottom of the pot and put the water in. You mentioned how people can have their private or leased horses here.
Yes.
How does that work? If somebody has a horse, maybe they just moved into the community, they have it boarded somewhere else, and they wanted to see about boarding it here, how would they go about that?
So they would call the Equestrian Center, and they need to already actually be an owner and have their ID card before we can initiate any paperwork.
Okay.
And we would talk about what I have for stall availability, which at the time now I do have some available stalls, but there's many times that we are actually full up and we've got a bit of a waiting list.
Okay.
So this is kind of a unique time for anybody who's thinking they might, want to bring in a horse.
Nice.
We do have a few stalls available. So they would call me, we would talk about the cost, which is very affordable in comparison to all of the other boarding stables in the area. It's basically $234 a month plus whatever you feed.
Okay.
So you're going to stay within $400 a month total for your board.
Yeah, that's a very reasonable rate.
Yes, and also a very unique thing about this facility is that we have day turnouts, almost enough for every horse to be out every day.
Okay, I'm not a horse person. What does a turnout mean?
So turnout means during the night they're all in their box stalls.
Okay.
And during the day they get to be in the pipe corrals.
Okay.
So that they're out a little bit and they have a little more space to move around in.
Oh, I get it. So it's equivalent of a dog run, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Some facilities have what they call in and out stalls where you've got the part that's totally enclosed and then they can go out to a little open area. So it's a nice, really nice luxury that we have there that you don't find at most other facilities.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And beyond that, you were just out on a little trail ride. So tell us about the trails in this area. Again, people who maybe have just moved here recently, you're right in the middle of Orange County here. You got Moulton and all these roads around here. They might not even realize that there's trail riding. They don't need to take their horse anywhere, right?
Right. So we can leave right from this facility and go out the gate at the back and access trails by crossing over via Campo Verde. The owners also like to go inside the community and ride on what's called the Bridle Trail, so that you access through a locked gate and you get to ride inside, and some of the residents can see the horse riders going by. We also have some trails that stay more outside the gates, and you can actually continue up and over, dropping down by Moulton Parkway almost at Glenwood, and continue on and keep riding for hours and hours if you've got the horse with the endurance and the time to fit it in your schedule.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have supervised trail rides as well?
Yes, all of ours with the rental horses are supervised.
Okay.
So either I'm there or one of my assistants is on that ride.
Okay. Now, speaking of the rental horses, how does that work? Obviously, somebody has to know how to ride, and do they need to have a certificate or at least go through your classes? How does that work?
Yeah, so we get a lot of people, a lot of different scenarios. We get people who owned horses before and they just want to be able to ride again. We get people who always dreamed of riding and this is their first opportunity to try it. We get grandkids who are trying it for the first time. So we kind of start everybody with what we call an assessment lesson in our small arena so that we can just see what they know, if anything, and kind of build from there. Going out on the trails here, we are in the city, so we want to make sure that everyone's going to be safe out there and have control of their horse, just in case we have any disturbances out there.
Okay.
So everyone starts with that 25-minute assessment lesson, and then we decide from there what they're going to be interested in doing and what they're safe to do.
Okay, and I would assume that the horses, at least the rental horses for sure, are acclimated to all the traffic noise that they're going to hear, because you can hear it right in here in the stables at times, right?
They are, but you know, things can come up unexpectedly. So out on the trails, we might encounter loose dogs, bikers, joggers, loud noises, parties at the park with music and balloons and all of that. So yes, they are accustomed to some things, but you can't control everything out there. And surprisingly, in the arena, they're very used to like the fire engine sirens.
Okay. Wow.
So that doesn't seem to bother them. We were following behind the trail ride with a mule truck. That wasn't bothering them because those are things they're all used to.
Okay, what are the hours here, both to have people come over and take lessons and the rentals, and then for the private owners?
So the gates are unlocked every day from about 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're actually open for business with the rental program Wednesday through Sunday. Most of the riding is done in the mornings. We like to be done before the afternoon so that the horses can be fed before the guys go home, and then we leave a little bit of extra time to make sure the horses are all feeling well after eating their dinner, and so that we make sure nobody's having any health issues. So the boarders can stay here up until 10 p.m. at night.
Okay.
So security comes through, they double check and lock all the gates at that point in time.
Okay, so this is a good time for you folks. Maybe you're considering to either board your horse here, since there's some stalls available. But even if there isn't, maybe you've always been interested in riding a horse, getting to know what it feels like to be around them, and you don't have the opportunity to own a horse. You've got this fantastic equestrian center here. And even if you've never even considered it before, come on over and check out one of the many events that go throughout the year. We often talk about those on our program in the morning. They've got great events, family events, whether it's a barbecue or Easter egg hunt, whatever it might be. You don't have to be a rider, but I think maybe it would be nice to at least like horses, right? You may not have to love them, but I think if you come over here, you will end up loving them, and you may want to at least try riding one day. Lisa, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Introducing the all-new Suburban Cadillac Buick GMC of Costa Mesa, where you'll find more than just your friendly neighborhood dealership. With over 50 stores nationwide, we are the only Suburban location in California, and we're here for you. Whether you're looking to buy or lease a new vehicle, or would simply like to service your existing Cadillac, Buick, or GMC, we are here for all of your automotive needs. Visit us in person, only 15 minutes from Laguna Woods Village, or online.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials, at 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio, or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Well, just a few minutes ago, I walked in here over to the stables, and this beautiful lady was standing there in front of the stable with a horse named Baby. Her name is Roberta Edens. And we started to chat, and we got into a lot of conversations. We're talking about Williamsburg,
Right.
that you've been to many times, and I was there recently. We're both members now of the Colonial Williamsburg, but started talking about horses, obviously. And you're a member of the Saddle Club.
Correct.
How long have you been riding? How long have you been a member of the club?
I moved up here permanently in 2010 and joined up right away. There was a waiting list to get in for the lessons. I rode when I lived in Lakeside, but up here things are different,
Right.
of course. So I acted like I didn't know anything, which I didn't. And Mike got me going and seeing what I could do, and I joined the classes and the trail rides.
And so now you don't own a horse. You
No,
use
I
the
don't.
the GRF horses.
Correct, uh-huh.
How often do you go out riding?
I'm not riding right now.
Okay. So right now you like being around the horses.
Of course, of course. This is why I moved up here.
Yeah, and you moved up from San Diego, am I right?
San Diego area,
So you come out here on a daily basis, weekly, and help take care?
I've not helped with them. I help with all the Saddle Club activities. I do that. And just talk about the place. Come over and visit people that are here most every day, that they're here. You know, I always know who's going to be here.
So you're a good example of somebody who may not still ride or ride that
Correct.
often anymore, but love being around horses, love the Saddle Club,
Yes.
and love the Equestrian Center,
Oh,
and still
yeah.
want to be a part of it.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, this is why I moved up here permanently.
Yeah.
Was to be a part of this. Yeah, I mean, where else would you have anything that's 5 minutes from where you live?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why
Now,
I'm here.
you're being part of the Saddle Club, of course. We're going to talk to Tammy about all the different events, but
Yeah.
you're involved with that. You kind of
yes.
help organizing, or
Whatever I can do. No responsibilities, but whatever I can do to help.
I like the sound of that. And recently, of course, they had the Easter,
Yeah.
which they have
We'll
every
have-
year.
Yeah, we'll have the barbecues coming up in June through September. And then we have a couple of horse shows. The women come from Norco
Right.
there, and there's two groups that come. The main event is one, and the Norco County Cowboy Girls come with their daughters who are riding now.
Oh, really?
And you see these kids up there that are 5 and 6 years old.
Wow.
And so you think, good, and they're good.
Yeah.
So we have, and then the people here ride on the drill team.
Wow. The
We-
Norco?
No,
Oh,
our
okay.
people here.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, on our horses. And then all the horses that we have are introduced, and they're told what breed they are, and their personalities, and their ages, because we have some old timers here for the rest of us old timers.
Yeah, you were telling me the one, is it Blaze?
Oh, Blaze.
Blaze, right? Is some 30-some years old?
Something like that, yeah. He's still in the lessons.
Wow, that's amazing.
You know.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Honestly, I didn't know horses lived that long. I don't know too
Well,
much
they're
about them.
well taken care of, and they certainly are here.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's a pleasure to have talked to you, and we had a great chat. She watches our show just about every day, so I had to stop and talk with her. I want to appreciate that.
Okay, good.
And it's been wonderful speaking with you. And I feel like a kindred spirit here, even though I'm not involved with horses, but all the other things we seem to have in common.
Okay, I'll see you on campus.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
I believe that all financial advisors have a desire to do what's in the best interest of their clients. But knowing what's in their best interest, that takes wisdom and knowledge. I've been doing this for 49 years. During that time, I've picked up a little bit of wisdom and a little bit of knowledge. At our age, it's tough to take risks. And so that's where experience comes in. I don't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers, but I do know where to find the answers.
Schedule your no-risk consultation with Dennis Wilson today.
The Towers at Laguna Woods Village offers hotel-style living for active, independent seniors. The Towers features 5 spacious floor plans each with panoramic views and offers the carefree life you've dreamed about for your retirement years. Membership also gives you access to the complete recreational and social facilities found in Laguna Woods Village. It's elevated living in a hotel-style environment. Visit us at Towers at LagunaWoodsVillage.com.
Well, I'm fortunate right now to be here at the Equestrian Center with Saddle Club President Tammy Briley. Great to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice to have you here with us today.
And who is this?
This is
the name of this lovely horse right
This
here?
is Malibu Dream. He's a Tennessee Walker. He's just 12 years old. So one of the younger horses here at the stables.
And you were telling me the color is champagne. Is that what you call it?
That is correct. He is champagne, which is a very unusual color. It's all solid. His tail, mane, and body are all the same color. And he has black freckles.
It is an absolutely gorgeous horse. And there's a lot of gorgeous horses here. I mean, it's a wonderful, all the different variety that are here. And is this your horse or does it belong to GRF?
Yep. No, this is my personal horse. I've had him for about 1.5 years. And he's been here a little over a year.
So tell me about the Saddle Club. Obviously, there are people who like to ride, but there's so much more that the Saddle Club does for this community.
Yes, the Saddle Club is here 100% to support the stable and the Equestrian Center. So all the profits that we make, we help the stables out. If they need something in particular, like this past year, we went and bought riding fly masks for all the horses. So that way, when they're riding in the summertime, they're not bothered by flies. Anything that Lisa needs that isn't within her budget, we try and accommodate her needs and take care of that for her by raising funds through the barbecue, the horse shows, and any other events that we hold.
And speaking of the horse shows, I know that what you hold here, you bring in people from Norco and outside areas. And tell me about that. Do you work with other stables and other facilities like that?
We don't necessarily work with other facilities. We do have contact with 3 drill teams, the main attraction, and then the Norco Cowgirls, as well as the Norco Junior Cowgirls. In the Norco Junior and the Norco Cowgirls, you have actually 3 generations of riders between the 2 different teams. Both the Norco Cowgirls and the main attraction are featured in the Rose Parade every year in Pasadena. They come down here, they do shows for us for free twice a year, and they're an amazing, amazing drill team. We have our own drill team here in the stables, and we're absolutely just amateurs, but we just love to watch them and one day hope to be as good as they are.
How did you get into riding and how long have you been doing it?
I've been riding for 2 years. I was offered early retirement through my company and needed something to do, so I started looking around for hobbies. I found Laguna Woods, the village, found the stables here, and decided I was going to sell my place in LA County, move to Orange County, and take riding lessons. I absolutely fell in love with the horses here, and within 6 months had my own.
Wow, that's an amazing example of somebody who came to live in the village here because of the Equestrian Center. And you weren't even, it's not like you rode years ago.
No, I'm a brand new rider. So I've been taking lessons since I've been here. Malibu's been in a little training himself. But there's no place else that I know of where you can bring your own private horse and meet up with the rental horses and go out on trail together or go in a lesson together. This is the only facility that I am absolutely aware of. And I did a lot of research before I moved here where you can incorporate your own private horse with the rental horses. It's usually, them or us. You don't have that combination of the two. And this place is amazing. I wouldn't be riding if it wasn't for Laguna Woods Village.
That's amazing. I mean, it really is. Now, Malibu, how did you come by getting Malibu?
Well, I did hear that Tennessee Walkers are a little bit softer ride. The way they don't trot, they gait, so they always have one foot on the ground at all times. So you don't have that jarring trot and post. So when I heard about how smooth they were, I started researching, and I actually found a ranch in Las Vegas that trains and sells Tennessee walkers. And one of the other girls that's here, she has a Kentucky walker, came from the same ranch in Las Vegas. And just did a lot of research, started looking for them, found that it's a little cheaper to buy them on the West Coast, but they're really hard to find. But I had to have them when I saw them.
Kentucky, Tennessee puts me in the mind of whiskey, but that's a whole nother subject.
A whole different subject.
Beautiful horse, fantastic equestrian center, as we all know. And Tammy is a perfect example of why people move to the village here. Somebody who didn't even ride before, researched it, came to a place that offered so much and became so involved. And the fact that the Saddle Club gives back is just amazing.
Yeah, that is our number one goal, to raise money for the stables, and we have a lot of fun. The barbecue events are a blast. The second Monday, June, July, August, and September. And then we have a theme. We play bingo. We've had a couple of different events. We had a Downton Abbey season finale where everybody dressed up in costume. We just had an event recently where we watched Terry and Snowman came dressed up as hunter jumpers, and had a lot of fun and raised some money, and we just give back to the stables in any way we can possibly do.
Well, Tammy is a perfect example of why so many people move to the village here. A great equestrian center you're not going to find hardly anywhere else, whether you own a horse and want to stable it here, or maybe you have never ridden before and you want to learn. You got the rental horses here. So check it out. You can go online, go to the club pages. You can find the Saddle Club there. Go to the recreation pages. You can find the Equestrian Center here. It's an absolutely wonderful place right here in the village. Thank you, Tammy. And thank you, Malibu.